Hey guys, it's me, Rochelle. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday here where I'm at, and it is nighttime. So I hope you guys are having a great week. What I wanted to talk about today was domestic violence. Basically, dealing with domestic violence, or if you know somebody who is. Now, domestic violence is something nobody should have to go through. But if you're dealing with it, or you actually know somebody who is, it can feel isolating. First things first, if you're listening to this, you're pretty much taking a step towards understanding and finding the help you deserve. I will talk about how to recognize abuse, what to do if you're in an abusive situation, and how you can help someone you care about. No one has to face this alone, and there's always a way out. At the end, I'll basically provide you with some resources that you can take down, phone numbers, and websites. Now, domestic violence doesn't always look like what we see in the movies. It's not just about physical violence, it's also about control. That control can come in a lot of different ways. It can look like physical abuse, like hitting, slapping, choking, basically anything that hurts your body. And then there's the emotional abuse, like if they're belittling you, calling you names, making you feel worthless, or threatening you. And then there's sexual abuse, which is them forcing themselves on you or pressuring you into sex or some sort of sex act that you don't want. And then there's financial abuse, which is they take control of the money, stop you from like going to work or not letting you have access to your own money. Now, domestic violence can take many forms, and just because there aren't bruises doesn't mean it's not real. Sometimes it's very subtle, and if it makes you feel powerless or trapped, then it's still abuse. If you're in an abusive relationship, getting out might feel like the hardest thing in the world, but it's not your fault. You don't have to do it alone. Now, you need to know it's not your fault. Abusers manipulate their victims into thinking they deserve it, but you don't. You can make a plan. Think about where you could go if things get bad. Have like a bag packed with all the important documents, clothes, any medication you might have, and things that are really important to you in case that you have to leave quickly. And then you need to reach out. It's not easy, but talking to somebody that you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or a professional, can be the first step in getting help. You deserve to be heard. Or you can call a helpline. There are people who can help, whether you're ready to go or not. Domestic violence hotlines are there to give you safety plans, advice, and resources. Now, if you know somebody who's going through this, it's hard to watch. And you could probably feel like you want to do everything to help. And the best thing that you can do is be there for them. I always say just be there. Because in that situation, you really do need to be there. And then here's some different ways that you could support them. You could listen to them, don't judge them. Sometimes people in abusive relationships, they feel like no one will believe them. Just let them know you're there for them no matter what. And, you got to respect their decisions. If they don't want to leave their abuser right away, you know, it might take some time because it's a big decision. But be patient with them. They're doing the best they can. And then offer to help. Don't pressure them. you can help them by like giving them resources, shelters, legal advice, maybe counseling services, but don't push them to leave before they're ready. And then be a safe place for them. You know, your role is basically to support, not to fix everything. You can encourage them to get help, but respect that it's their decision when and how they make changes. I'm going to give you some resources right now. These are organizations that are out there that are waiting to provide support. Now, we have the National Domestic Violence Hotline, that's in the U.S. You call or text 1 800 799 SAFE, 1 800 799 7233. And then we have the Domestic Violence Helpline in the UK, and you call 0808 2000 247. And then the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the NCADV. They have a website. It's www.ncadv.org. And then you got the domestic shelters where you can find local shelters and resources near you. They have a lot of help for you. They are confidential, and they'll help you whether you're, trying to leave or you just want to get some advice, talk to somebody about your situation. It's domesticshelters.org. So that sounds like that would really benefit people. Now, whether you're dealing with domestic violence yourself or supporting somebody who is, remember that you are not alone. There are people who care and who want to help you and who understand what you're going through. It's okay for you to reach out and ask for support. The road to safety and healing might be tough, but there's always a way forward. Take things one step at a time and know that your freedom is possible. You deserve to live without fear, and you deserve help to get there. Now, if anybody needs assistance, those numbers that I provided you with will be in the description of the podcast so that in case you didn't catch it or you didn't understand it or whatever. So don't hesitate to contact the helpline, find a local shelter, talk to somebody who you feel that you can confide in. And there's a lot of resources for you. And then just remember, you're worthy of respect, love, and kindness. And, people will be there for you if you need it. So I just wanted to end that there. And I will again post the numbers and the websites in the description for you. Well, guys, that's it for me. And I will be back with a new episode here in the next few days. And I am not sure on the topic yet, but it will be something in the realm of mental health, which is really broad. So we'll work on that. But you guys have a good rest of your week, and I appreciate you listening. You guys take care and God bless. Bye-bye.